So the other day I was talking to someone and I can't even remember what we was talking about, but Meg the Stallion came up in the conversation. Like I said, I can't remember what we were talking about. All I remember is that the person that I was talking to said that Meg the Stallion is really a dude. She's a transgender woman. And that thought had never crossed my mind, but now I have been thinking about it. Said that Meg the Stallion's real name was what, Jason or Justin Pete or something like that. Well, her last name is Pete, her real last name. And they was like, well, why do you think Tory Lane shot her in the foot? I don't know what to think. This transgender world is something else. And there has to be something wrong in the in the eyes of the Most High when a man wants to change himself to a woman or a woman wants to change himself to a man. According to the New York Post, a Texas dad fears that his ex-wife planned to chemically castrate their 9-year-old son. I didn't even know that chemically castration was a thing. Chemical castration is a thing. The father, at the center of a bitter, years long gender transition case, claims his ex wife had moved to California planning to chemically castrate their 9-year-old son, James, who identifies as a girl named Luna. Jeff Younger, a dad of two who unsuccessfully ran for the Texas State House campaigning on an anti trans platform, appeared on Tucker Carlson's Tonight and shared a video that purports to show his son identified himself as a girl. In the recording, 9-year-old James is asked if he is a boy, to which he replies, no, I am a girl. The grade schooler says his mother, pediatrician Dr. Ann Georgilis, told him he was a girl, and she also put dresses on him. My blood ran cold when I realized what she had planned for that boy, Younger told Carlson. Younger claimed that his ex-wife had deliberately relocated his son and the boy's twin brother to California just days before the state's trans refuge law went into effect on New Year's Day. The law is designed to protect transgender children and their families if they're being criminalized in their home states. Democratic State Senator Scott Weiner, who sponsored the bill, tweeted after California Gov. Gavin Newsom signed it. According to Younger, his ex began transitioning James when he was just 2 years old and tried to enroll him in a gender clinic in Dallas at the age of 5. Pediatrician records show that she intended to chemically castrate him at age 8 or 9, his current age, Younger alleged, and then he magically moves to California. I don't think this is an accident. Younger did not provide the pediatrician records. Chemical castration refers to the use of chemicals or drugs to stop sex hormone production. Unlike surgical castration, chemical castration does not remove organs, and it is not a form of sterilization. It is also reversible. Georgiulus, meanwhile, has maintained that James is transgender, prefers to wear dresses, and likes to be addressed as Luna. A gender therapist who evaluated James recommended that he began transitioning by wearing dresses and going by Luna after his mom said the child requested a girl's toy and wanted to be one of the female characters from the Disney film Frozen. But Younger claims that those tendencies have been imposed on his son by his mother. Younger also alleged that personal personnel at his son's former school in California were in cahoots with his ex-wife and helped secretly transition the boy. I'd bring my son to school in boys' clothes and they'd give him a dress and make him use the girls' restroom, he told Carlson. It is unclear what school his son attended or if the school provided a statement about the allegations. In 2019, a judge ruled that James Younger and his twin brother Jude will remain under joint custody of both their parents. But in August of 2021, another judge granted Georgilas full custody of the children. A subsequent court, however, specified that neither parent may treat a child with hormonal suppression therapy, puberty blockers, and or transgender reassignment surgery, if any, without the consent of the parents or court order. But Younger is convinced that his ex-wife had uprooted their children and moved to California to circumvent that court order. The Golden State Senate Bill 107 prohibits the enforcement of an order based on another state's law authorizing a child to be removed from their parents or guardian based on that parents or guardian allowing their child to receive gender affirming health care or gender affirming mental health care. Younger had petitioned the Texas Supreme Court to order Georgians to return their son to Texas before California's new trans sanctuary law takes effect, but on New Year's Eve, his request was denied. The panel ruled 8-1 that Younger's appeal was unnecessary. The court's concurring opinion, written by Justice Jimmy Blacklock and Evan Young, says Younger misread California law. Father misreads California's new law, the opinion reads. A court order allocated the parents' rights of divorced parents based on case-specific judicial findings about the best interests of their children is in no way a law of another state, the opinion reads. The justice then goes on to say Younger appeal was speculative, concerned that any of his will be entirely speculative in any case, they wrote. In this case, given that the mother has now represented to both this court and the district court that she has no intention of trying to make it happen, it is not merely speculative but potentially prohibited by principles of estoppel. However, according to this article, the justice wrote that if Georgilis tries to have their son undergo gender transition without her ex-husband's consent, Younger could seek immediate appellate relief. Younger reacted by tweeting that the state Supreme Court effectively terminated his parental rights and paved the way for his child's chemical castration in California. Texas is an empire of child abuse led by Texas judges, the dad fumed. During his sit-down with Carson, the father further criticized the justices for siding with his ex-wife. They determined absurdity that my wife is no more likely to transition my son in California under the sanctuary laws than she would in Texas, and absurdly claims that we can enforce an injunction against her in California. He said the acrimonious custody saga has drawn the attention of several conservative leaders, including Texas Attorney Bill Paxton and U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, who both supported Younger. A 7-year-old child doesn't have the maturity to make profound decisions like this, Cruz tweeted in 2019. The state of Texas should protect the children's right to choose as an informed, mature person and not be used as a pawn in a left-wing political agenda. Wow. I think that the mother is wrong. I believe that the father should have some rights and that laws should be passed that kids should not be able to decide whether they want to have a sex change, especially not at the age of 5, especially not at the age of 7. Right now, at this point, I'm holding this mother accountable. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe, or don't. I don't give a damn. It's your girl, B Sparrow. BuzzTweet Talk Radio. Holla at your girl. Okay? Well, okay.